Hi, it's Leslie Fightmaster. Today is day 66 out of our 90 days. Today's class, we're going to focus on crow pose or bakasana into tripod headstands or Mukta Hasta Shirsasana. A lot of people said that they liked it, but they were a little confused about how to do it. So we're going to break it down a little. Bring the hands together. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice today. And we'll keep our intention with us as we move through our practice today and come onto your back. I'm going to draw the knees into the chest, rocking gently side to side, and then keep your right knee in, extend the left leg out, circle the right ankle in one direction, and reverse it. And extend your right leg up, holding on behind the thigh or down by your ankle. And stretching out our hamstrings. Make sure your left toes point up to the ceiling. And I'll take the right leg out to the right as you keep your left hip pressing down and look over the left shoulder as long as that doesn't bother your neck. So I'm holding onto my right toe. Of course, you don't have to. You can hold on anywhere along the leg, or if you've got a strap or a towel, you can wrap that around your foot. Come back to center. Now lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. Pull your belly in as if you were going to touch your knee to your nose. And then release it. Draw the left knee in, circle the left ankle in one direction. And reverse. And then extend the left leg up, hold on behind the thigh. Or you can hold closer to the left foot. And again, the right leg extends out, point the right toes up to the ceiling. And then exhale, take the left leg out to the left as you keep your right hip pressing down and look over your right shoulder as long as that's fine with your neck. And just open up the hip a little bit. And then come back to center. Lift the head and shoulders up and breathe here, drawing the belly in. So use a little bit of belly strength, not just arm strength. And release it down. Stretch your arms overhead, reach through your legs, and then hug your knees in. So you're going to take the arms on the insides of the thighs and reach forward, and then gently press your inner thighs to your outer arms as you lift, making yourself into a little ball. Keep breathing. The back is rounded a bit. We're trying to bring your knees in toward your face as much as you can. And squeeze those legs onto the outsides of the arms. And then release and hug the knees in, resting a moment. And do the same thing. Lift up. If your neck gets tired, you can cradle the head. Otherwise, reach forward. Again, squeezing the legs into the outer arms a little bit. Rounding the back, drawing the belly and ribs in very strongly. And release it. Draw the knees in. And one more time. Reach up, reach forward, rounding the back, squeezing the arms with the inner thighs, breathing, lifting the belly. This is core strength. We're using our belly muscles. We're also in the same shape that we'll be in when we get to Bakasana, crow pose. And release it. The basic shape. Upside down, of course. And stretch through your arms and your legs. And then bend your knees, roll to the right. Press your left hand into the floor and sit right up. And then roll forward onto the hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, heart forward. Lift your chin and lift your tailbone up. Exhale and round your back, chin toward chest. Belly is lifted, ribs pull in. Inhale. Moving forward, widen the collarbones, lift the tailbone up. Exhale, round your back and firmly press away from the floor. See if you can round up like you're pressing your whole self away from the floor. Inhale, heart forward again. Keep the low belly lifted. Exhale, around the back, chin toward chest, pressing firmly away from the floor. Inhale, come forward and lift up. And exhale one more time around the back. So you're lifting up away from the floor so much as you press the hands down. And then walk your hands and knees closer together. Right leg back. Exhale, take your right leg to the outside of the right tricep. Lift it back. Try to touch your knee to your tricep and squeeze it in a little. Lift it back on the inhale. Exhale again. Bring it in. Try to squeeze a little bit on that right tricep. Inhale the leg back and up and then release it. Now left side back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Press in a little bit. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee to tricep. You're going to round your back a little bit. Inhale, stretch the leg. Exhale, bring it in. Press away from the floor. Inhale, extend and set it down. And then child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Stretch out your spine. Keep the hands where they are. Come to the knees. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Start to bicycle your legs. So when we touch the knee to the outside of the arm, that's also very similar to when we'll be in our Bakasana pose. So just working on some of the actions and poses that are a bit easier than taking the full arm balance. Look forward. Either step or hop the feet up. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, root down, rise up, Utthita Hasta in Tadasana. And exhale, Samastitihi. Find your Tadasana for a moment. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step to plank. And holding a moment, slowly lowering Chaturanga all the way to the floor. Inhale, peel the chest up for Cobra. Pull the hands toward the heels. Either stay or come into a higher Cobra. Keep the belly lifted, tailbone lengthening. And then tuck the toes, press up to plank, and lift your hips into down dog. Keep the belly drawing in and up. Firm your legs. Look to the hands, step or hop your feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Press down, rise up, inhaling. Exhale, Samastitihi. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, press through your hands and feet. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing here, arms and ears in line, arms shoulder distance, feet hips width. Press into the base of the fingers, look up, step or hop your feet. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stretch up tall. And exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale again, sweep your arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, floating the right leg up. Exhale, touch it to the outside of your right tricep. Inhale, lift that leg. If you didn't reach, walk your hands a little bit closer. And then again, exhale, touch that leg to the outside of the right tricep. Press away from the floor with the arms strongly. Inhale, lift the leg. And one more time, exhale, touch it to the outside of the arm. Make some contact. Even if you need to walk your hands in closer. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, step it all the way between the hands. Spin the back heel flat. And come to come to side angle with your right hand to the inside of the right foot and the left arm up. If that doesn't work, take your right forearm to your right thigh. Reaching up, looking up toward the left hand, and then all the way up into warrior two. Arms are in the same position. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the hands on the inside of the right foot. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, either stay there or come down to your forearms, or if you have a block, you can put forearms on a block. Stretching your hip a little. And walk back up and step into plank chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Left leg floats up on the inhale. Exhale, take that knee to the outside of the tricep. Inhale, lift that leg. If you didn't reach, walk back a little bit. And exhale. See if you can make contact the leg on the arm and press in a little bit. Inhale, lift the leg. If you didn't make contact, walk it shorter. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, and step it in the middle of the hand. Spin your back heel flat. Left hand on the inside of the left foot, knee over the ankle. Stretch your right arm up. Shoulders are in line with each other. Press the weight into your front foot toward the heel. Hips coming forward. Press to the outer edge of the back foot. Ground down there. And then press into the front heel as you come into Warrior Two. Gazing over the fingertips. Make sure your back arm is as high as your front arm. Exhale, hands down to the mat on the inside of the left foot for lizard. Lengthen, inhale, either stay on the hands or forearms down, or forearms on a block. Just giving that outer hip a nice stretch, and the inner thigh a little bit. Come back to center, step back to plank. Chaturanga, inhaling, press up, exhaling to down dog. I'm going to walk the hands back to the feet. Gotta take off my leg warmers here, otherwise I'll slide in my Bakasana. And that's not very helpful. Take your feet wider than the hips, let your toes turn out. So you can come about halfway down, or if you can sink your hips lower than the knees, do. Just make sure your knees and your toes line up. Then squeeze the legs on the outsides of the arms. And leaning forward, shift your weight forward. Press away from the floor like we did, rounding the upper back. And then you could practice touching your head down to the floor or not. Coming back through our squats. This time, knees up higher or not. You can keep the knees low if this doesn't work. Shift the weight forward. Keep the gaze forward, don't look down. You can always put a pillow down though if you want to feel more safe. Reaching the heels up and release. Come on down. I'll find a wall so we can practice our tripod headstand, our Mukta Hasta Shirsasana. So it's important to make sure that your elbows are right above your wrists. You've got a nice right angle there, a nice 90-degree bend. Then I can walk the feet up, tuck the toes, walk the feet up, and maybe take one knee on top of the tricep, other knee on top of the tricep, so I can get used to what it feels like. Lift the shoulders away from the floor there, and then just come down and rest for a moment. You move your head from side to side. I've got some neck issues from that car accident I was in over the summer, so I can't hold my headstands as long as I used to, but I could still come up a little. So again, tuck the toes, lift up, knees on the outsides of the arms or not. Maybe you can take your foot to find the wall and take the other foot to find the wall. And perhaps moving away from the wall a little bit, squeezing the legs. See again, my elbows and my wrists are still lined up. And then come on down and rest. So that is a tripod headstand. And that is one part of when we do our Bakasana, our crow pose. So now we'll practice putting those together. I'm going to start with the low Bakasana again, with the knees lower, just above the elbows. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the legs, look forward, then look down and let the crown of the head come down. Make sure your elbows and your wrists are lined up. And then maybe one leg up to the wall, other leg up to the wall. Keep lifting the shoulders away. Use your belly muscles, reach your tailbone up to your heels. And then start to bend the knees, come on down, child's pose and rest. Take a moment in between each of them to rest. Maybe move the head from side to side if that feels good. And then looking forward. Now I'm going to take my knees up higher toward the armpits. So it's a little bit scarier because you're higher up off the floor, but it's the same idea. Shift the weight forward, press away from the floor, reach the crown of the head. I slide my knees down on my arms a little so I'm closer, crown of the head down, and then lift up into your headstand. You can have your feet against the wall, lift your shoulders away from your ears, and then maybe start to practice piking down halfway and stepping back into chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhaling back to down dog. If that doesn't work for you, come down all the way and step back into chaturanga. Releasing the neck, look up, step or hop the feet. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, and exhale the hands. Now we'll put it all together. So bending the knees, Utkatasana, reach up through the arms on the inhale. Exhale, bring yourself down, knees toward the armpits, bring the hands to the mat, shift the weight forward. They can be low or high. Keep your gaze slightly forward as you make your way into Bakasana, rounding the back a little. You can stay right here. You don't have to try and put your head onto the floor. Otherwise, crown of the head reaching down, shift forward and lift up into your headstand. Now you can come right back down and step back to chaturanga or pike position and float back. Inhaling up, exhaling back. So just a gentle reminder again, if you've got any injuries in the neck, you should not do that. Step your right foot up, stand the ball of the back foot. If you have high blood pressure or glaucoma, you shouldn't go upside down either. Exhale, bring your hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up, and exhale back into down dog. Left leg up, exhale, step it through, stand the ball of the back foot. Come on up on your inhale, dropping the tailbone, and exhale again, chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling, press into up dog or cobra. Exhaling back into down dog. Or if it is your moon cycle, you don't really want to go upside down during the heavy days too. Look forward, step or hop your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. And bend the knees. Chair pose, reach up. And Samastitihi. So again, we'll bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale the hands down the center, Bakasana, crow pose, knees toward the armpits or down lower above the elbows. Shift the weight forward, keep your gaze forward. So you're welcome to stay right here. If you are going upside down, crown of the head down, keeping the legs lifting any amount. Belly's lifted, shoulders lift away from the floor. Squeeze your legs together. Bending the knees this time. Take the knees to the outsides of the triceps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze really hard and lift into crow pose. Step or float back into chaturanga. Inhaling, press up. Exhaling all the way back into down dog. Breathing here. Take a break if you like. Right leg up, inhale, step it through. Stand the ball of the back foot. Come on up into crescent. And draw those front ribs in. Right arm across. We'll take a nice twist. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. And either stay there, palms touching, or left hand down, right arm up. Release. Chaturanga. Inhale to press up. Exhale back. Left leg floats up. Exhale to step it through. Stand the ball of the back foot. Come on up on your inhale. Hands to heart center, lean forward, hook your right arm across and twist, palms touching, or right hand to the floor and left arm up. Stretch through the back leg and make your way back, chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhale, downward dog. Arms and ears are in line. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Feet hips width apart. Either grab the big toes, or if you can manage, step your feet onto your hands, toes to the creases of the wrists, and then fold forward. This will give your wrists a nice little stretch. You got all the pressure on the hands when you're taking bakasanas. Look up on the inhale, hands to hips, come all the way up to standing. And back to the front of the mat. And inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up. And exhale back into down dog. Float the right leg up, exhale. And now touch it to the outside of the right tricep. Inhale, right leg up. If it didn't reach, walk shorter. Exhale, take it to the outside of the right tricep. Inhale, if it didn't reach, walk your hands closer to the feet. Exhale, bring it forward, lean forward. Try to get your left elbow underneath your left hip point if you can. Straighten out the right leg or not, and then step or float back into chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling back. That's Ekapada. Oh, what is that one? Now I forget, but it's the sneak attack version. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, bring it forward. Ekapada Kundanyasana. Inhale, left leg up, sometimes called scissors. Walk it shorter if you couldn't touch your arm. Exhale, bring it forward again. Inhale, lift the left leg, shorten your stance if you can't reach. Exhale, bring it forward. Touch the leg on the arm, lean forward. Maybe straighten that left leg out. My right arm, elbow is underneath my right hip bone. Inhale, pressing into up dog. Exhale, back into down dog. If that didn't work for you this time, it's not easy. Maybe push pause and work on it a little bit more. Otherwise, come to seated. Lie all the way back for bridge pose. Heels under the knees, feet hips width apart, outer edges of the feet parallel, lift into bridge, interlace the fingers or not. Keep your chin away from your chest, spiral your thighs in toward each other. You can also bend your elbows and point your fingertips up. Come down to rest. Either bridge again or arms up by the ears, line up your wrists under your elbows and press into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Stretch out the front of the body, arms and ears in line, spiral the thighs, keep the outer edges of your feet parallel. They want to turn out, don't let them. And then chin in and lower. So another Urdhva Dhanurasana, or come back into bridge, rolling the shoulders under. And lengthening the front of the body. Again, tailbone toward the backs of the knees. Breathe into the chest. Come down and draw your knees into your chest, gently rocking side to side. Start to rock back and forth, up and down your spine. Come up to seated. Extend the legs. Bend your right knee, right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale to lengthen, exhale forward for Janushirasana. Keep your spine nice and long. Gazing towards your toes. A steady drishti, steady focal point. Smooth breath. Inhale, head up. Exhale, release. Extend the right leg, bend the left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn toward the right leg and extend, hinging from your hips. Keep the length every time you inhale. Maybe as you exhale, you can go in a little bit deeper. Again, keep your breath nice and steady. And inhale your head up and exhale to release. Take your legs wide for Upavista Konasana. You can always turn to your side and have your heels on your mat if that's better. Sit up nice and tall and exhale again, hinging from the hips to come forward any amount. Keep the toes and the knees pointed up toward the ceiling. And just allow your spine to lengthen. So with the toes and the knees pointed up to the ceiling, we keep our leg muscles, our quadricep muscles firmed. which is a good thing to do when we're stretching the hamstrings and the inner thighs. And then come on up on the inhale, and feet together. Putting on my leg warmers again, must be close to Shavasana. Gonna keep my feet warm. It's chilly today. And then we'll come on to our backs. Draw the right knee into the chest and take it across over to the left side for a nice little twist, looking over the right shoulder. And back to center and switch. Left knee in. Take the left knee over to the right side, turn and look over your left shoulder. And through center, knees in. And make our way into Shavasana. So again, we'll lengthen the tailbone. Trying to keep my feet covered. Lengthen your shoulder blades toward your waist. And let your feet flop open, arms by your sides with your palms up. Releasing your Ujjayi breathing, just natural breath. Allow yourself to sink in and quietly relax. So continuing with our sutras about why yoga is so awesome. The third sutra, so my Sanskrit's not as great for this one. Tara drastu swarupe vasistasam, which basically means that we can see who we really are. So if we, first sutra, if we're present in our mind, in our body, and then second sutra, our minds are quieted down, then we get to see who we really are. And basically, what we find is that all of us are connected through our hearts, basically, and that we are all divine beings. Sometimes we forget, so our yoga practice reminds us how wonderful we really are. Start to make movements to reawaken your body. And stretch overhead, reach through your arms and your legs. And bend your knees, roll to your right, pausing for gratitude for all of our blessings. And then press yourself up. Sit up nice and tall, bring your hands together in front of your heart, palms touch. Hands to our forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart to remind us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. I honor you for your practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the class today, and if you did, please push the like button, please leave a comment, and share our classes, tell your friends. Please subscribe as well. If you can afford to support Fightmaster Yoga with a donation of any amount, there is a link below, as we're trying to get yoga classes to as many people as we can possibly reach throughout the world, because we think it'll make the world a better place. And if you can't afford a donation, there's another way you can support us. Go to fightmasteryoga.com. There's a link for Amazon. If you ever buy anything from Amazon, buy it through that link. It helps us. Thank you. Bye. See you tomorrow.